Oh, such a good logo. Great font. Oh, hi, sorry. Yeah, I totally forgot. I was supposed to be doing a lesson. Just catching up some reading, logo design, the golden age of advertising. Listening to a few tunes. That's what I do of an evening, you know. I just try and catch up on some reading, listen to some music. I'm just going to give that all up. Teach you guys, that's much more important, isn't it? So, I bought myself a little stand so that the camera doesn't wobble around as much. Oh, I've got a friend who gets basically motion sickness watching videos. Apparently that's the thing. I'm going to flip the camera and show you, the Boston Matrix. That's what we're going to be doing today. It's part of 3.1 Objectives and Strategy, although you will have looked at it before, either in GCSE and through our marketing sort of studies, and also in Year 12, is part of Unit 1 in your marketing studies again. It is a marketing tool. It's called the Boston Matrix because it was created by some people called the Boston Consulting Group, a company. And what they said was that people who had a portfolio of products, by that I mean, oh, see, this is all a bit annoying. By a portfolio of products, what I mean is that if sometimes companies will have more than one thing that they sell, okay, and we're going to look at an example in a bit. And when you sell more than one thing, that's like, it's called a portfolio, yeah, collection, yeah. Those of you that do art will understand a portfolio is your portfolio of art is your collection of your work, yeah. So when we're talking about product portfolio, we're talking about everything that you sell. And in terms of strategy and objectives, you can use the Boston Matrix to look at the products you've got and think about appropriate strategies moving forward given your selection, okay? So, like I say, you should have already studied this before. Oh, look, you can see my holy jeans now. I was hoping to get away with no one noticing that. And what we're going to do is just remind you of the what the matrix looks like, and then I'm going to give you some examples. So, grab a pen and paper. Excuse the balloons. It's like a party in here all the time. And you might well remember that our categories, if you like, are market share and market growth. And that's what we're comparing here on this matrix, these two things, okay? And what we're going to look at is quite simply whether the market is growing, whether market growth is high or low, and whether we have a high or low market share within that market, okay? And what the matrix does is it categorises our products into 4 different groups with specific characteristics, okay? So what that helps us to then do is think about whether we want to invest in those products or whether we want to divest. Yeah, so put money into it, advertise it, blah blah blah, kill it. Okay, so let's have a look at these different categories then. So first of all, let's look at a high growth market, and no, let's start at the bottom. Let's start with my favourite. Low market share, low market growth, okay? The market isn't growing. The market's like stagnant, or even worse, it's declining. And of that slow growth market or that declining market, you've got a low market share, okay? That means your product is a dog. Now, dogs are a problem. I'm going to offend all you dog owners now. Dogs stink. Dogs poop everywhere. Okay, dogs need to be divested. Kill them. Kill them. I'm joking, by the way. You know I'm a vegetarian and I love animals. Moving on to another tedious link with animals. Let's say the market is low growth. Okay, so let's say the baked bean market. Okay, it's not changing, it's not dynamic and growing, it's pretty steady. But let's say you're Heinz. Out of all the baked beans sold, quite a lot of them are yours. Your product is therefore a cash cow, okay? And what do you do with cows? You milk it. okay? You pen it up in really inhumane situations and then you milk it constantly, even though it's sad and depressed. Yeah, how's that latte now, guys? Anyway, jokes aside, you milk a cow for all it's worth, okay? There's no need to invest too much in this, okay? It's just going to work for us, okay? Our loyal, lovely cow. We're just going to keep milking it. It will just keep going, okay? We've then got a high growth market where we've got a high market share. This is our star, okay? I'm representing this with Thor, okay? He's one of my favourite superheroes. He's pretty cool, right? He's a bit of a star. And he represents the fact that the market's growing and we've got a big share of that market, okay? So we're going to invest in Thor, okay? He's great. Let's invest in him. And then we've got a situation where the market is growing, but we've only got a low market share. I don't know if you've seen The Incredibles, but Baby Jack's a bit of a problem child. A bit of a question mark around him. You know, lots of potential. Okay, the market's growing, there's lots of potential, but we've only got a low market share, so it could be risky. Okay, like Baby Jack, bit of a question mark. Okay, so we are going to need to heavily invest in Baby Jack. Okay, our problem child, or our question mark, sometimes called. Okay, our dog. I'm sorry to say, we're going to put down the dog. And it helps us think about our strategies. So what we're going to do now is, hopefully you've got down, don't write Baby Jack, yeah, write problem child, question mark, write dog, cash cow, star, don't write lovely Thor, okay? Got a bit of a weird crush on Thor. I think it's from the film, Avengers films. Anyway, what we're going to do now is take a look at one particular company, and we're going to look at, such a professional. We're going to look at Apple. The reason we're going to look at Apple is because I actually have a range of their products, and we can help put them into this Boston Matrix and see, if you were Apple, what would you do? Now, it's a really interesting exercise, and what you're going to do after this is you're going to pick a different company with a range of products, and you're going to do a Boston Matrix for them. Okay, I'm going to do an example with Apple. So we've got the old iPad, okay? So tablets, is that growth market? Is the market growth in the tablet market low or high? Okay, and of that market, does Apple have a high market share of that? Well, actually, I would say for it's definitely a low growth market, yeah, but of the tablets sold, they actually sell quite a lot, so I would say this is possibly a cash cow. Let's put that in there as our cash cow potentially, okay? And then I don't know if you've seen one of these antique devices. This is called iPod. Okay, this is like a music player thing that you put headphones into and listen to music on. This is very low growth, okay? I would go so far as to say that we've got a low market share in these now, because these were like quite expensive. I would say that's going to be somewhere between, like, that's probably going to be a dog. We need to just get rid of that. What have we got here? We've got some AirPods. Okay, we've got some fake ones, they're not real ones. This is a high market growth area, and actually of all the wireless in-earphones being sold, actually we're selling quite a lot. So I would say they're my Thor, they're my star, yeah? Let's say. And then, what about phone? iPhone, where would that be? I would say we've got a high market share. I would say this is maybe my cash cow too, because the market for mobiles isn't really growing. I would say it's pretty steady, and we're doing pretty well out of that. So I'm going to put that with my iPad. Maybe put my iPad slightly towards the dog. I don't know. People are still buying them. Laptops. MacBooks in particular, out of all the the word's gone. Blah. laptops sold. Actually, we don't sell that many because these are ridiculously expensive and they do exactly the same thing as other things. Way overpriced. So I would say that this would be potentially a bit of a problem child, okay? Because is it a high growth market, the laptop market? Let's say for it is at the minute, yeah? So I would say maybe this is a bit of a problem child and we need to work out whether to invest or divest on that one. And then you've got the actual iMacs. I'm not going to unplug the other half's iMac and move it down here, but I would say that that is possibly... Oh, see, that's one of the best things about doing this, is actually having to, as an owner of multiple products, is sitting down and thinking to yourself, right, is there market growth? Okay, what's going on in the market at the moment? Yeah, what's happening in the laptop market? You know, is my MacBook a problem child? Yeah, is my iPad, you know, should I invest or divest? Yeah, is what's my market share? So by doing the Boston Matrix and thinking about portfolio analysis, you actually have to do that research as a company and work out, right, who are my competitors? How much of the market do I have? Yeah. And then we can start to think, right, actually, this iPod, okay, it's a bit of a dog. It's taking up a lot of my time and energy and all it does is poop everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kill the dog, okay? Very violent. And I'm going to get rid of that. And that's going to allow me to use my money to invest properly in something like my AirPods, okay? And I'm going to invest in them and I'm going to advertise them. I'm just going to keep going with my iPads and iPhones. I'll just keep updating them every now and again and everyone will still keep buying them because they're just scared of change. Now this guy, what do I do about about the laptop? What can I possibly do? It could be heavy investment to try and take over that laptop market. Okay, so your task then, guys, is I want you to make sure that you've got a nice, beautiful Boston Matrix drawn out, okay? But not with toys, okay? I want you to I've lost the dog completely now. He may be gone forever. I would like you to draw it out properly. And then what I would like you to do is to think of a company that owns more than one product, okay? And I want you to have a go, like I've just done it. It's not perfect, and I don't know enough about all of the markets and all of the products to do it accurately, but I'm not Apple, yeah? Shame, right? But, I want you to have a go at choosing a company and doing a little Boston Matrix of their products. You can do, a whole range of different products if you want. If you're finding it hard, okay, what I suggest you do is, some of you will be fine, just crack on with one company, do a whole range of products, great. Those of you that are finding it a little bit more difficult, I can't get the right angle for this, it's like really painful, sorry. Video teaching, guys, it's just so painful. Get me back to the classroom. What I think you could do to make it a little bit easier is, think about really good examples of products in each of the different categories. Yeah, so like Kellogg's cornflakes, massive cash cow, everybody knows it. AirPods is going to be, whack AirPods up there as a star. It's a really good example of a star. Okay, so you can choose if you're finding it too hard to do with one company, then just break it down and do multiple companies. I hope that makes sense. I'm really sorry I've kind of like been rolling around the floor like a loon. I was trying to make it more professional with my stand, and it's just you know me, guys. Things don't always go to plan, but I've tried really hard. And I'm not doing another take because it's now 14 minutes in and it's late at night. Look at the time. Look. look, and I've got to be up early in the morning. So I'm not doing a retake. You're going to have to live with the shoddiness of my online lessons, but I do mean well. Worst case scenario, as I scratch across to find the book, page 125, 125. That's 125. Page 125, in your revision guide, you'll find a beautiful portfolio analysis, and you can have a go at drawing it out, find some examples. There's quite a lot online, but try and think for yourself. You'll learn more. Send me 2, please. One, just the straight theoretical diagram. Second one, loads of examples. Okay? Then I'm going to try and do something more professional, less floor-based, for my next lesson. Okay, this was a shambles, but I love you. Stay safe.